please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Tulsian, good morning. The first stock that I want to discuss with you is Aurobindo Pharma, down 4% right now in pre-opening. Your thoughts on the nature of observations and how the street should react?
See, I have not gone through the observations deeply, so it is difficult for me to comment on those things. But yes, if you take the call on that unit, which have about 25% of the pipeline, of the approvals and all that, but we have in fact been keeping the positive view on the Aurobindo Pharma. But coming on the observations, because it can have its serious implications, I won't be taking them lightly that those are not seen to be of serious nature and all sort of things. So till then, it may have its impact, but otherwise we have been keeping a positive view on Aurobindo Pharma.
Okay. Well, dollar rupee is clearly reacting to the dollar's weakness globally. Yes. So maybe we should not take it too much as a lesson on how stocks will open, because now the Nifty is giving up most of its gains, likely to start in flat terrain. And the metal stocks now are showing red because initially in the morning Hindalco actually started in the green about a minute back, that is. Now it is down 2.4%, and other metal stocks are also falling in response to both an expected tariff war as well as lower prices on the LME. Good morning, Mr. Tulsian. The metal stocks, will you use this dip to buy at all?
See, I may not use this dip to buy non-ferrous one, more especially the Hindalco and Vedanta, the two aluminum producers. But coming on the ferrous steel, where the import tariff of about 25% is being talked, if you really take the situation for the India, specifically for the ferrous steel, in fact, India has turned a net exporter in this last maybe 6 or 8 months. And if US initiates any kind of tariff war, then definitely India can also, start having an MIP kind of things, which you have seen about 18 to 24 months back, which has really seen the revival of our steel sector. So honestly, if you really see the situation prevailing in our country and closure of the mills, though if one wants to raise a red flag, then one can also say that after the winter production cut in China, again China's government may relax the cut and we may see increase in the production in the Chinese steel, and one can also argue that will be seen, which is in fact not now talked by the media, but maybe from April to October the Chinese production is going to get increased of the steel, and that can also be seen as a negative. But in spite of considering that, I don't think that things will be very negative, because Chinese have realized that there is no point in cutthroat competition, or maybe dumping the steel below the cost of production. And having seen the closure of the induction furnaces and the old furnaces because of the pollution, I am not too worried on the ferrous steel, and keep my positive view on the ferrous steel. Maybe like Steel Authority and JSW Steel, two stocks in specific seem to be as positive and can be bought at the declines.
Okay, well, these are stocks that have been moving up recently. Another stock to look at this morning is Dilip Buildcon. It's up in the green. It's been in a big bull market, and the company has now exceeded the top end of its order inflow guidance of 8 to 10,000 crores for FY18. So that stock is now up 2%. Mr. Tulsian, good morning. Any thoughts on how to approach some of these infrastructure names like Dilip Buildcon that have been doing quite well lately?
See, definitely this story is unfolding in a very big way with the order inflow coming in and all those things. Dilip Buildcon, but definitely have surpassed the order guidance. But sometimes you get worried on the execution capability also, because what we have seen in the past, maybe about a decade back, when market was only chasing the order inflow, not the order execution. I'm not saying I'm not raising the doubt on the order execution capability, but beyond a point, if you just keep having the order inflow, the things can go haywire. So it is better that to look for the other companies, those who are engaged in the similar space, maybe like NCC or maybe like J Kumar, where the things are seen to be more visible, maybe in terms of order inflow as well as the execution capability. So keeping a positive view on the sector, but Dilip Buildcon may not be in our buying list now at the current level.
Okay, Mr. Tulsian, thanks a lot for your time this morning. Of course, we'll talk to you in closing bell.